Hello, good morning, or I guess good afternoon. Um, I didn't remember to change my pink water, but I might have to do that in a minute. I also may have to close my door because the boys' volume is a lot louder than my relaxing music. So, yeah, 1 second. All right, just gonna close the door. Right. Hopefully, the background music can be heard, but it's not super loud. Oh, sorry, I'm showing the rest of my piece of bread. Don't need this yet. Slightly down. Okay, so I have not done nearly anything with this. Basically, I wanted to finish doing all the line art so that I would be ready to paint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed draw and speed do the line art, whatever the correct terminology is. Speed draw, speed line. I don't know. Um, but I would like to start painting this side. So if I have multiple drawings finished, then the drawing, I guess the painting will go faster because I'll be able to paint and let dry while I'm painting somewhere else. I'm really loving how these stacks of books came out, and I really like my bookshelf. It doesn't actually look exactly like this. I looked at it again in my room. It's a lot taller, and each segment is a lot taller, and these partition things are really short. They're like a lot smaller than I drew them, but it's not the end of the world. It's fine. I'm gonna just move my cell phone over here so I can see the comments when they come in. And sorry for bumping the table. I'm gonna jump right in. So I'm starting a little bit later than I planned, only because I didn't send a reminder email until like, I don't know. I wanted to have enough time between the reminder email and actually starting. So this window seat, I think I'm gonna try to make it a little bigger than I planned. And sometimes what is ends up working for me is just eyeballing some of this stuff. For some reason, I plan things out, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I actually would rather it's like this. And I end up changing it again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The top of this might be similar. I kind of want it to be like this tufted cushion thing. Maybe a little more. That I really feel like it's gonna be crooked. Probably won't be talking quite as much because I really want to try and get a lot done today. And I think I'll do a couple of these little pillows. Yeah, the boys are up and about, and they are um, mostly just talking and laughing and playing, but yeah, you will probably hear them in the background. So it's it is what it is today. We're just making it work. Okay. All right. So the window, I want to be really big. I'm gonna try to make it even as best as I can. Um, this is my middle right here. Hope this sound comes through okay for everyone. On my side, it sounds okay. I have one earbud in, checking on the stream recording. I always do that now just because I feel like if I don't, there's always something always comes through, something always happens outside of my control when I try to stream. So um, I'm making myself keep an eye out for anything. So, like, cars outside, and I bet my neighbor is gonna start mowing the lawn again. Because as soon as I start going live, somebody's doing something. Story of my life. All right, so this bay windows, I'm gonna put thick crown molding at the top, which honestly I don't really know how they're meant to look, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, some of it on the bottom here. And that goes like along the wall at the top. And for my detail, I want to have this book that she just left here because she had to go, I don't know, get dinner or something. I'm gonna do like, I don't know what this is. It's a big, poofy, plushy little face. This is where she sits. Um, Here we're gonna do shelving with more books, and maybe the middle is drawers, like that. And then maybe here we have some books. We'll do shoe books. And then I'll do like, I don't know, knickknacks boxes or something. A little bin. And then maybe two more bins here. And then more books. Like that. Cool. And okay, so for this side, I think I'm gonna try to do, there's a recessed light or some kind of light up here. And I'll do a curtain rod, which is kind of hard to see because it's supposed to be covered by the little curtains here. Okay. So I'm drawing this really, really light because um, I want this to be behind sheer curtains. So I don't want the black to be too prominent because I'm going to try to do like something right in front, um, which is kind of like underneath that curtain. So it'll be like here. Which you can't tell right now because everything is just lines and stuff. And then for here, I think I'll just do there he is. Neighbor and all his work have returned. Alright, that's the windowsill, a little bit of a ledge, a little bit of a ledge here, not too much. I'm just gonna draw these mullions. My favorite thing I ever learned at architecture school. I was like, mull what now? The teacher was like, yep, do you know what these window pane openings are called? I was like, nope, never heard of it. And here we are. All right, here's our nook. And I'll just make sure that our recessed light is centered right here. It doesn't look like much, but I'll draw it so the light shines up here. And then I was going to do like a rectangular little rug here. So I'll just try to do like, I was going to try to do a shag rug, but I don't know if I can actually draw that. Like a little shaggy. I'll try. I'll just make it be like those spiky edges. And lots of, I don't know, fuzz or something spikes here and there. Yeah, I think it would be fine. When I paint, I can maybe do that with the paint. I can kind of color that in. Um, all right, so I think that that side is done. So I love this page. I'm really happy with this page. I feel like I need something else, but I don't know what. Oh, let's do a page, a bookmark thing here. You know how sometimes we have the ribbons or the bookmarks that have like a little thing with a charm on the end. There, we'll do that. I love this. This side, I'm not super sure, not fully in love with it. So I might leave that alone for now, but I really like to do the library lamp, you know, the one that's like green. It's what I drew up here, but I don't know. Um, Let me see. I'm going to try to find a different reference because the one I had before I didn't love. Excuse me. It's water. Okay, I found a good one. So, I shouldn't put that here. Okay, I think I'm going to draw it here because this is one of the first things I thought about when I wanted to draw this, when I wanted to make this collection, was specifically this lamp because I don't know, it just makes me immediately think of the most comfortable place in the world, the library. I am a weirdo, yes, but um, I just remember loving being there and reading when I was a teenager. When I really started falling in love with reading, I was a teenager, and I used to read all of the comics, like the French. They're really made from Belgian authors, but like French comic books, like Asterix, Tintin, and um, some other like the adventure one. Raon, I don't know what it's called in English if it even exists in English, but like before I started reading Marvel comics, those were the things that I would read, and I loved getting into these stories and reading the whole collection. I think my love of collecting really came from there because I was like, why can't I have the whole collection of these books? Like, you know, in the back, and they were the big hardcover ones, really long and tall. And if you flipped to the back, you had like pictures of all the book covers for the entire series. And I used to try to read them in order. So I'd be at my library at school every week. We couldn't take those out of school, so we had to read them there. But I'd always be looking for like um, the next book in the list, and half the time it was like, oh, someone's reading that right now, so you're gonna have to come back tomorrow. It's like, oh, but I'm almost done with this. Like, I'm gonna need that one stat. So I just remember that being around the time that I really, really was engrossed in all the books, and I really enjoyed reading a lot. And then I went from there to Agatha Christie books, and that is absolutely where my passion for crime novels came from because I devoured those books. Devoured. I would read, they were long, they were big, convoluted for my age. There was a lot of like detail. I never ever could figure it out. I don't think there was any of those stories that I ever figured out. Um, but yeah, I just loved them so much. I think, and I read them, a lot of them I read in French. I don't think I've ever read an Agatha Christie in English. So the titles are all different. But like the first one, The first one I ever read was, I think it's called And Then There Were None. It's the one which is kind of like the Clue game, where like 10 people are invited to this island and people keep dying one at a time. You're like, oh, who's doing it? Who done it? Um, until eventually there's only one person left, and it's like, who's the killer? Loved that book. And then I read Murder on the Nile, Holy Moly, fell in love. And then I read Murder on the Orient Express, which I didn't realize it was backwards at the time. But dude, the Orient Express is my favorite of all her books. I read a whole bunch more, but that one ended up being really my favorite. Anyway, so I think that's kind of where this passion for reading came from. So it was nice to revisit and try to capture some of that with this. So this is my nod to my days reading at the library. We didn't have this particular type of lamp there, but I've always loved these. I've actually always wanted one of these. Um, and then I was trying to think about, because it's book Nooks, so it's really more about places that you go to read, and then a few things that have to do with reading. So right now I just have these two, and I really wanted to do the coffee shop view as well. And then I thought about maybe adding a little individual elements. Like, I read a lot of my books on Audible, so I thought maybe drawing my headphones, even though they're not connected anymore, they're Bluetooth. But I thought, is there a way that I can show, like, maybe reading on a reading tablet or reading on your phone or something? So I might keep this. I'm not 100% excited about these though, but I might make them more fun. So let's see. What time do I have? It is okay, not bad. Been on 20 minutes, so I think I can take another 10, 15 and draw these like super fast. So probably talk a little bit less, and I'll try to knock this out so we can get to painting. All right, and then let's see. Phone. I'm just actually looking at my own phone. Really? Turn it around. Oh, let me use my phone as a reference. Okay, I'm putting it. It's on a stand. It's got a little kickstand. Okay. it's crazy to me how loudly I can hear the kids even on the recording. Because my microphone is super far from me, but somehow I didn't move it closer to me, but it's picking up the kids really loudly. So hold on. Okay, I moved the mic a little closer, but I don't know that it will make a difference. We'll find out. All right, so this is like the stand, and I'm gonna probably do this. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is, let me see, what does the app look like? It's actually all black, and it just has the logo in red. Not red, orange. Just speaking and not thinking. Maybe I'm better off just drawing the logo in orange. But you know what? We're here now. We're doing this. There. Orange and white. Okay, so I'll leave that. That's my phone. I'm not gonna do the connected headphones, but I'm wondering if maybe I should draw my earbuds, because I don't actually use the big case anymore. Maybe I can draw this, and I could just put one of the earbuds out. I don't know. I'll try to draw this maybe. Let me see. I don't know. How should I put this? Why is this always work? Everything is work. Okay, I'll start with this because I love how I drew these. I really do. But for some reason, I feel like I don't really want it here. I'm not sure why I don't want them anymore. Sorry, headphones. Here are the weakest link. Goodbye. Right, so I'm removing that, and then I'll give myself more space to draw this bookstore. Not bookstore. Yeah, it's the bookstore corner, like the inside of a bookstore. I don't know what I'm gonna do here because I didn't love this either. So we'll figure this out. And I might just, I don't think I'm gonna sketch. So this one I'm just gonna draw. I'm literally not even gonna pretend like I'm gonna attempt to sketch it. I'm just gonna draw it. Call it a day. Really small, really quick. It's a little less wide. It's more like that. And then the case, I'm just gonna draw the case right here. Okay. This is probably better because I have these in my ears pretty much all the time. So I really feel like that's a bit more accurate than the big headphones. The big headphones I'm using lately only for editing. So And I gotta pretend like I can draw the other side. It's one side. I'll do the other one underneath, back there somewhere. So they're just side by side, like so. Much happier. This makes me a little bit happier. Okay, have this, have the phone, and then this actually I need to move down. So let's see, how do I do this? Let's try and start with the back of this chair. I'm going to make it bigger than it is. It's probably going to be way too big. Not really what I want, but that's okay. Okay, and then I just need to show, hang on, I have one reference for I think I found that big chair on IKEA, and I can look at the back of it from the website, like you know how you can turn the images around. And you can kind of see like the different views. So that's what I'm going to look at. And I can sketch the back view of this couch, which is perfect. Let me see. All right, I have one that's kind of a side, not really a back view. It's kind of a side view, but that's fine. I think I can do that. So ignore all of this. I'm just going to make this look like this chair. It has a big wing right here. And I'm just going to keep the angle, make that angle fit here, more like that. Like so. It's going to be hard to see until I erase everything. But I want it to feel almost like a grandfather chair. You know what they call the grandfather chairs? And instead of drawing the chair facing forward, I already have the other chair facing forward. So I figured this one should be back. And we're going to put a fat cushion on the back. This is the wooden piece. And then this is going to be the back, your back cushion. And then here, I can make it look how I want. Just restarting this whole thing. There. So on this side, I think I had like a lamp. This is what I had referenced. These chairs, there's like a lamp on the side. So maybe the one I'm drawing is this one. And it has the lamp on the left side. So maybe the lamp is on this side. So I'll just do the leg. The leg is here. Should it be here? Should it be here? Maybe it's here. Let's put it here. not too high maybe, and I'll just do, because I don't want it to look like it's gonna hit your head when you sit down or you stand up. So it's not massive, but it's just enough. There. And then further away, I want to be able to tell that it's a library of some kind. Like maybe it's your home library, maybe it's the bookstore. I really wanted it to be the bookstore. So if it is the bookstore, then I have like stuff on the side. And I'm not sure what I'll do with this, but I can make it a big room. Maybe it goes all the way here. Those are the bookshelves over here. Okay, we have one. I'll do the big window over there. And you can kind of see the shops on the other side. Maybe I have space to do like 2 shops. I don't know which one is this one, but maybe the record store. Stools. Got a big window. And I've got more bookshelves, probably shelves on that side. Over there. Right. You got book displays in the front. And maybe stacks of books. Put like a little partition thing right there. And this person has privacy there. Coffee mug. Let's give him a really big coffee mug, like one of those Gilmore Girls style giant coffee mug, and then a stack of books above here that they're reading. They've got a whole pile. Yeah. Right? How's that? And then what do I do with this? I don't know. I say we do a little round table. I don't really know exactly, but we'll do another one of a book is being read and it's paused because the person had to step away for something. But I'm gonna put this next to like a big drink. Maybe mason jar. How do you draw mason jars? I'll figure that out. But mason jar with ice cubes. It's an iced coffee. A straw. And I want it to be this round table. It's almost like I don't know. side table from a living room, or it's a coffee shop table. Maybe it's from a coffee shop. Yeah, maybe we make it like this. It looks like it's from a coffee shop. It's not really oval enough, so I need it to be very angled because it's too straight. It's too straight on. It needs to look more like an ellipses. Ellipses? Whatever they're called. All right. That looks better. All right. Now I can do these lines. Put this back in here. And all right, let's finish this up, shall we? All right, I'm gonna move this slightly away from the edge here because every time I do this, I'm not able to scan them properly because they're too close to the edge. Okay. How do these round tables typically look? I feel like the legs are gonna trip me up. I'm gonna do a mason jar here. The big handle and crisscross stuff, and maybe it has like a little mason. Put a lot of ice, put some ice cubes. Dip a straw. And this will come alive when I paint it. All right. Cafe tables from diners. I think I'm going to just make it straight. Make it a thick one, like so. And give it a thick base. Voila. It looks like it's gonna tip over, doesn't it? But it's fine. Here, we'll give it some support. Make it structurally sound. It'll do. I always use bookmarks, but for some reason I haven't drawn a lot of bookmarks in these things, but that's fine. All right, so final piece. I'm feeling better. 45 minutes. The remaining 45 would probably be me painting. Hopefully it doesn't take that long, but I think then I can finally paint. This won't be super straight. Straighter than it used to be when I first started drawing, but I'll do this very simple shade. There's a thing in there to pull, turn it on and off. Cool. I have a bunch of detail in the back, so I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger. This roughly like that. And I think I'll extend my window probably all the way here. And I'll do the detail here in just a minute, but first I need to leave this, let it breathe. I want it to have way more space than I sketched. Right, this one has a little bit of a at an angle. Okay, I have a ledge. I have another here. Let's see. Sorry, 1 sec. Okay. I'm gonna make this bigger as well. Make it go further out. And it's only interrupted by a part of the bookshelf. And I don't think I'll have the back of this, so I'm just gonna do a partial view of this. I'm gonna put some of them there as well. Oh yeah, that's in the wrong direction. There, more like that. And that can just be the back of it. One thing that I always see in bookstores is these little signs at the top. They kind of say what the section is. And maybe we'll do a little sign here that says fiction, because they are my favorite. And we'll make it look like a little cute sign. And here I will have stacks and stacks and stacks of books. Right, I'm going to divide this because this is further down. All right, and then this side, the rest of my detail is where I want to have like the little partitions. So these are almost like little privacy partitions, right? So that you can sit and look out the window, but you can also just kind of read your books and relax and whatever. This guy, I don't know what he's reading, but he has a whole bunch of books. He has thick stacks, small ones, big ones. Maybe he's studying, maybe he's just researching, maybe he's reading. But he has a giant mug of coffee. And he has like books upon books upon books upon books. Maybe he's buying all of these. Maybe he's just reading them. I don't know. But I'm going to put a whole lot of them here against this wall. And we get our giant mug right there. We'll give him a saucer. You know, we don't like rings on our furniture. And then we'll do a little stool. Little swivel stool here. One of those will have like a thick back. Those are super annoying, but I feel like they're everywhere now, so I have to include it. If I'm annoyed, you're annoyed. That's fair. It's fair. And then this one, I'm just going to do book displays. Right, I'm going to do a couple of books displayed here. One is open. I don't think I've ever seen that like that, but I'm going to pretend like this bookstore is cool like that and has displayed its book open. Allow you to read a couple pages. And do the rest of these brand new. Like that. And this is glass. And then after I've done this, I will draw in the far back down the street. I'm going to draw these other. I would like for these to be, one I'm thinking will be this perfume shop because it's it'll stand out. Like you'll really see it. And then market's going to be probably too hard to draw. So maybe the second one might be either this coffee shop or the record store. But the record store is attached to other shops, so I don't think I will draw that. I might draw just like the little coffee shop because that'll be easy to see from afar. Or maybe I only do the perfume store, you know, just draw the street and like random buildings. But that's my thought for this side. I mean, I could close this up. I think I have space. I'm just kind of worried about when I'm scanning things and I don't want things to be too close one from the other. I kind of want it to fade out and to just disappear. So we'll see. And then this will be the back. So I think I might add another sign here. And maybe this sign will say, what is my other thing? Travel. There. Then it makes it clear that you're in a bookshop, like in a bookstore. I mean, I feel like it does already, but these really like seal the deal, you know? All right, so we'll do that. And the fiction, I don't know if I should show them on this side or if I should make this the back of the book. Like, I feel like even in bookstores, they have books on both sides. So this should be books as well. We'll work on that later. We are at the hour mark. I'll make sure to let people know when they play this back, like if they want to see the sketching and if they want to hear my ramblings. We have 55 minutes of that. Some quiet, some talking. And once they're satisfied, if they just want the painting portion, we can fast forward. All right, this is way better. I'm a lot happier with this. All right. How do we feel? I think we feel good. Are you ready to paint? Nearly. I think before I do though, I need to make these rows of shelving. Yeah, I think we have to. We have to add them. I have no choice. I know that there would be, like, if I'm imagining myself sitting here reading a book. Also, I feel like I should have a little side table, but then will it even fit here? Like, how do I draw a little side table right here? You know, I feel like you would have a little place to put your book or something. It would be here, but maybe it's really small and it's hidden by, part of it is hidden by the chair. So maybe I just make it like that. So all you see is just a teeny tiny piece of it. And it's like a small table. So nothing crazy. There's a leg here, there's a leg there. Can't see the rest. I feel like that's good. That's good. Okay. I will draw the books. I think I'm going to paint them. I'm just going to paint them in and they will show up. All right, so it's an hour. So probably what I want to do is I'm going to take a break, get some water, run to the restroom, stretch my legs, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to paint. So I will, maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename, no, I was trying to divide this in two, but I probably won't. I can't pause this. I don't think I can pause it. So let me think. I'm sure I've seen something here on YouTube about this. Just work with me. Work with me. No, this is for the chat. This is for the live stream. This is to share the live stream. Yeah, it only starts or ends it. So I don't think I'm able to just pause it. Not when I'm directly on YouTube. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to end this live stream here. And then I'm going to do what I need to do, come back, and I'm going to do another and just paint everything. Potentially, I'll do that on YouTube, or maybe I should do it on Instagram. If somebody else was here, I could ask the preference, but it is 1:30. I've been here since about 12:30, and I know that if I start painting, it would take me about an hour. This is the struggle with life. I feel like I should just go and come back and continue. Or I can turn it off and then go live to color it in. Or I can go live later. So many choices. But I do need to eat. Okay. Sorry. This is the most frustrating probably to listen to. I will make sure to warn everybody. I am finishing this today. However, I can't do it right now. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this live. I will come back later with a fresh link to finish this. But I'm going to eat something first, hang with the boys, chill out, and then I'll come back and do another hour of just painting, and this will be done. So thank you for bearing with me. Leave me your comments, leave me your suggestions. If you have any for colors, if you get to me before I come back, what do you think of this collection so far? Do you like the slight tweaks? I think I'm way happier with these, and I feel like this makes a perfect corner sticker. This makes a perfect corner sticker. And these will make really good just individual stickers, and they would also make really good stickers on the sticker sheet. So I'm excited to put this together. All right, I'm gonna go and I'll be back a little bit later to finish it. See you in the next one.